Fine, everyone. Getting here late. It is Monday morning, March 10th, 2025. We have our MeBob bark already complete. So, this is our MeBob range. And, now we're going to wait and see. Well, we need to close above the MeBob range, which will get us long. Or a close below the MeBob range, which would get us short. You can see the MeBob range was relatively small today compared to recent race action, less than 8 points. And so far, the bar immediately following MeBob has broken both the low and the high. So this is an outside bar to the MeBob bar. Another way to look at this, we have an MeBob which is inside to the following bar. So again, if we get a close outside the MeBob range, we will enter a position accordingly. If the close is inside the MeBob, you need to wait for another 5-minute bar to live its life. Now that can happen in the next 5 minutes. But let's suppose this candle does close inside the range of the MeBob bar. Let us also then imagine that the next bar closes inside the range. Okay, so we have an inside bar, so no orders yet. Let's suppose this bar stays inside the range of this outside bar. We would then have what's called an inside outside, inside pattern. He's talking about it now. But if we had an inside, outside, inside, we would bracket that inside bar. So we have 4 minutes left to go here. I'm going to pause the recording and just see if I can get a fresh cup of coffee. And I'll be back before this bar closes. If this bar closes above the high, the MeBob, I will enter a mark in order to get long. Stop loss 1 tick below the low of the MeBob bar. Okay, so doesn't look like we're going to close above. We may get a close below. So even this breakout only went about 6 points above the high of the MeBob range. Another close inside. We're at this pivot. This is the last week's low. Also, the previous day's low. So the low of last week was on Friday. So this is both last week's low and Friday's low. Again, we need to close outside the MeBob range to get a signal to enter the trade. Okay, I have to step away for about a minute or minute and a half, but I want to leave the recording run. If you're watching this, you can certainly fast forward. There's 4 minutes left in this candle, and no matter where it goes, there's no trade from either place until it closes, and were it confirmed a close outside of the MeBob range. So I'll be back in just a minute or two. Okay, I am back. I thought there was still coffee, and I had to make an entire fresh pot. So now I have a fresh top, and as we can see, not a whole lot has happened. Probably a lot of trading. Almost 35,000 contracts, another 35,000 contracts, 30,000, almost 30,000. So it's at 130,000 plus contracts have changed hands since the beginning of the MeBob bar. But the range has been low 67, high of 86, which is not very large given the current volatility we've been seeing. And we're still inside this MeBob range. One month, another bar fails to close outside of the MeBob range. And so again, we wait. One point I'd like to make about this MeBob method, following the original MeBob rules, is that I think it is an excellent method for anyone who suffers from FOMO, overtrading, inability to, or anticipating trades. I'm not saying it's excellent because it's profitable. We really don't know that yet. That's really what this exploration is all about. But if you're one of those traders and you have fought and continue to fight the emotional behaviors of chasing trades, fear of missing out, entering before a signal actually appears, overtrading in any way, committing to 20 trading days of MeBob, whether you use a sim account or a live account, trading maybe just one micro contract. It is an excellent trading methodology to help you build your patience and discipline muscles. I could see somebody anticipating the breaks. Maybe they would add a self stop below, gotten short, reversed here. Look good. Maybe to the break even, or maybe they got stopped out again. That would be one loss, two losses, self stop, three losses, five stop, potentially a fourth loss if you were not abiding by the rules of the MeBob method. So again, this could be a very good method to help anyone who's struggling with discipline and patience to build up those qualities in their trading psyche. You all would study Al Brooks. He calls this beyond life, where the price range of multiple bars will relax, and you can, one test for it that I like, that I learned from a trader, had another forum a few years ago. Is if you didn't draw a line, 4 or more candles, but you don't want to trade until you get a strong bear or bull trend bar. And you can see these are not trend bars. Yet, strictly speaking, I know a lot of folks consider a bar doji only if the open and close are very nearly identical. But if you study Al Brooks, you would consider any of these bars where the body is small relative to the size of the body, and there are both upper and lower wicks, a form of a doji. And at a close, I start talking then short. So we're short now. We got the close below. So start needs to be at 80-25. You know, it's define buyers at this 57 quarter Ninja Trader really is buggy. If this isn't my maps, I can go over to another monitor and I can open up web browser or my Excel spreadsheets and everything's fine. For some reason, really buggy here. It's yes, okay, I have stop loss at the right place. No. Okay. Looking for a 10-point profit target. No. Okay, once this trade completes and they pause the recording, and I'm going to restart, close and restart my Ninja Trader. I'm not very happy with the way it's been behaving the last few weeks. I even uninstalled it and reinstalled it over the weekend. It seemed to be okay over the weekend. But then this morning, started it up, had live data moving through it. And, you can't probably tell. You see a jerky this cursor can be. I'm sliding my mouse. And sometimes it needs 2, 3, 4 inches before the cursor jumps. It can't be. That's not acceptable for online trading. Once this bar closes, the temptation would be to move my stop loss down to the one tick above the high of the entry bar. But strictly speaking, MeBob rules would say, leave it here, wait for some kind of profit target, and they'd have to get it, close. If I hadn't been yakking when this opened, I would have actually probably gotten filled at 70 3/4, which would have had us filled for 10 points right here. It went one tick past the 10-point target based on the close and open. So that's a hazard of doing these recordings. I feel compelled to fill the airspace. And then price didn't give us an opportunity to get filled at that price again. But I was already short. So I didn't want to double up the position because you don't know. That price was just going to do a little retrace and then drop back down below. I didn't want to have double of a loss. This exploration is using one contract, 10-point profit target, stop loss on the other side of the MeBob range. We'll see. Now if we get a new low, which we did, the low was 60.25. I would at this point bring my stop to break even. Then it's that 69.25. There we go. Okay. MeBob strikes again. And I'm going to go ahead and pause this, and then I'm going to restart the recording. After I restart NinjaTrader, it's 10:36 a.m. Eastern. Been recording for about 20 minutes. We'll probably record it for maybe until 11 a.m. See if we get any additional MeBob opportunities. I'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, so we're back. It's a little better. I closed a bunch of charts. So now I only have data flowing through these two because this chart is fixed. This was February 28th. That's the last data. I just have 1 day or 2 days of data on this chart. That's my affirmation chart. So, just to recap, very small MeBob range. That probably accounts for the number of failed breakout attempts. If this had been a larger MeBob, then maybe there only been 1 or 2 bad breakouts. But since it was such a small MeBob range, it allowed for multiple breakout attempts that ultimately failed and ended closing inside the MeBob range. Finally got our close below. Then I was a little slow. Probably should have been filled closer to 70 3/4. Instead I was good near the low at 69 1/4. We did see the 10-point profit target get filled. And I don't have all day today. I have some other obligations that are going to require that I leave the office. So I'm going to see if we do get another setup by the end of the 11 a.m. Eastern 5-minute bar. I'll take that trade. But if there's no trade at that point, I would call it a day. Again, the MeBob range, as I'm trading it, can be used to open positions until about 3 o'clock Eastern, and then after 3, it's okay to manage an open position, but I wouldn't open additional positions after 3 o'clock Eastern. We'll point out here that we have of a possible wedge forming. Then similar to what I had marked over here. So the gap down to the one valley. And this could be two. We could just have one valley, two valley, three. We're looking for basically 3 attempts in one direction, then fails on the 3rd attempt. That will oftentimes lead to at least a temporary reversal. Very frequently on the ES, it seems as though that's a pattern that accompanies the low of the day or the high of the day. Not really much to say, but I'm gonna leave the recording invalid. Run for the next 15 minutes. And if we get a setup, great, and if we don't, great. I watched a interesting video on YouTube last night. It's funny. These social media companies and internet media companies, they really are tracking us. Because I had gotten into a discussion in my journal at Forest Factory. I made the discussion. Basically, I made a comment, I believe. I think someone else made a comment. On my NQ method, my stop loss is frequently significantly larger than my profit target. It's multiples of it sometimes. So, for example, last week, one day, I'm looking for a profit of 50 NQ points. And I had a trade that went against me about, let's figure this out, 70 or 75 points before ultimately going and filling my profit target. And my total stop loss was probably maybe 100 points. I'd have to take a look at my spreadsheets. They're closed right now, that particular one. But the point was, and then I actually did make another post in my journal where I said, what we really need for a holy grail is simply a method that gives us something close to a $1 risk for every $1 reward and a 55% win rate. This video got served up to me that said, I'll put the link down below the description if I remember. If I forget it, I can tell you I will definitely be putting it in my journal at Forex Factory. The title of my journal is Call Me Big Bad, I Day Trade Futures. It's called Bad Reward to Risk is the best way to trade. And he gives us an example, a method on the NQ where if you buy at 1 p.m. Eastern on Monday, and you split it based on a 15-minute chart, you take profit at 1 ATR. And I don't know exactly what average ATR he was using. I'll have to go back to the video and see if that's shown in his chart. But you said take your profit at 1 ATR and your stop loss at 13 ATR. So you're risking $13 for every dollar you stand to win. And his back test over 25 years or so, or close to it, he would have turned $1 into $180,000 over that 20 or 25-year period. And that's he risking 13 for every $1 profit. A few months ago, a couple of friends of mine, we hang out together in a Discord room. It's not a paid room, it's a private room with like 4 guys. It was just from friends. And a couple of them introduced me to a trader who runs a Substack. And his thing is he risks about 50 NQ points and targets at least 150 as a profit target. And that sounded really good. And then, of course, YouTube listens into us. And I had a couple videos served up to me where this trader made a really persuasive case that you really should be trading for a 2 or 3 to 1 profit to risk. And I went down that rabbit hole once again, probably for the 5th or 10th or 100th time since I started day trading. And I don't know, maybe 2-3 weeks. Finally went back to my fixed profit target of, for example, on EES, 10 points. And that's because of current volatility. On the NQ, it's currently 50 points. Also due to current volatility. You go back to November, I was looking for a 25-point target on the NQ. And I was looking for anywhere between a 4 to a 6-point target when I traded EES. Again, those targets are based on volatility, average daily range, and what's the 30-minute, 15-minute, 5-minute ATR look like. But my point is, I have found that every time I have committed to a fixed profit target, even if that profit target is smaller than my stop loss. So even if I have quote-unquote bad risk reward, I tend to be consistently profitable. So just making conversation to fill up the airspace, but it's certainly something to think about because, I mean, if I had $1 for every time I read a post on a trading floor or someone who trades on Twitter or one of the live stream traders on YouTube, if I had $1 for every time one of them said, you need to target 2 to 1, 3 to 1 or more, I wouldn't have to trade. I'd have millions. However, my own experience has been I make much more consistent profits when I take a fixed profit. I'm looking at possible wedge bottom here. There's a pretty strong at the moment on this candle. So there's would really like for this to be a strong bear trend bar closing at or near as low. If that happens, you're likely to see follow-through selling, and we will not be revisiting in the bud region anytime soon. If instead the bulls come in and we get yet another one of these buying wicks at the bottom of the bar, then we could continue to do this meandering. Right now we have a bear channel. We like these lines. Sheesh. Snipping black. Snake them. Solid. Snake it thinner. Don't make it by default. You can't be so lonely. So we have to pick away it. Channel and start it. So the side we create. Well, a pretty strong bear breakout bar. They are trying to get some follow through. Didn't quite close at its low. The little bear channel very oversold at the moment relative to the channel, but you can other low below this 47.50, then odds are certainly going to increase, and we get some kind of a measured move down. Here it comes. That's right. If you look at the price action since the break below last week's low, the bear bars are definitely stronger than the bull attempts to reverse. That can change at any time. You were looked at a weekly chart, yes, going back to September. That 56.69.50 was the low of the week of September 16th, 2024. And that was a week that gapped above the close and high of the previous week. The high of that week was 56.41 and a half. So we're very close to filling the gap back to that range. And the close was 56.26 and 3/4. So that would be a complete fill back to the settlement of that week. So right now, the ES is attempting to fill an existing weekly gap coming back to September 2024. So that would put price down here, then the 40.41 level, in order to go back to that old weekly settlement price. You can actually go back to right where you got short, and that technically satisfied the gap fill, because at this point, price had entered the range of the week that had been gapped above. And I can count 1 push rally, 2 push rally, 3 push rally. So I would not be surprised we don't see below a day here soon. Could still try to fill this gap. You could get a little rally here and then fill that gap. Or this might be as far as the market intends to allow itself to correct back into that gap, and you could be rallying to new all-time highs soon. Anything can happen. You can see they anticipated that. This is a buy signal bar. Could be long at 57 even. Buy at the market at this point. Probably gonna run back to at least test the low of last week. But we're at 11 a.m. I don't have a MeBob set up, and I told myself that I was going to use these recordings only to explore MeBob through the end of this week. I'm not going to add any other price action trading to the videos. I'll make some discussions, but I'm not going to actually trade those. So I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording. I'll get it uploaded to YouTube. Just a reminder, we do have a thread devoted to this exploration on Forex Factory, and you're more than welcome to ask questions there, make comments there, share your own experiences with MeBob there. If you do make a comment here on YouTube, I promise I will acknowledge each comment. And again, I don't know if it helps. I'm not trying to build a big YouTube channel, but I am trying to attract traders who may be interested in and find value in this approach. So if you wouldn't mind liking your video, subscribing to the channel if you're into that kind of thing. Again, I am not trying to build a big YouTube channel here, just trying to attract like-minded traders. I'm sure there's not going to be very many of us. So thank you very much. I will be back tomorrow with another MeBob video.